Carol Beaumont.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, I want to return to the issue of our young people because, as is often said, the young people are our future. And New Zealand has the worst youth unemployment record in the OECD. That's right, the worst in the OECD. That is a disgrace. 58,000 15 to 24-year-olds are not in work, not in training and not in school. And 24,000 of those are under the age of 20. These are our children and our grandchildren. These are the people who we will expect to take their part in our economy, and we are throwing them on the scrap heap. The government's response to date has been nothing short of lazy and piecemeal. This is the issue that should be at the forefront of all of our attention. It shouldn't be about spin and it shouldn't be about gimmicks, but that's precisely what this government's response to youth unemployment has been. In contrast, Labor has a coherent plan. We have a coherent economic plan, unlike the government that does not have a plan. Our plan will focus on productivity and lifting investment in our productive economy. It will use things like a tax reform package to give the right signals, and it's not about taxing more. That is just another example of government spin, of National Party spin. It is about reforming our tax policy. We will be investing in research and development. We will be dealing with a volatile New Zealand dollar, and as part of that economic plan, we will be looking at significant investment in the area of skills. Now, our youth skills and employment package other members have spoken about, and I want to talk about one particular aspect. But can I add the fact that I am also very proud of this package. This is a package that is really going to make a difference and really resonates in our communities. And I have to say, Melville must have changed a lot since I went to school there and lived there, because Melville, I find it hard to believe that the people of Melville would be happy about 58,000 young people being on the scrap heap. So I don't know who Mr McIndoe was talking to. But anyway, apprenticeships. Under this government, modern apprenticeships have declined by 10% in the past 2 years. We have come up with a plan which would see employers receiving a subsidy of $8,700, and that will be for an additional 9,000 apprenticeship places. That's right, 9,000 more apprenticeship places. And that has been welcomed across the board by business groups, by unions, by building and construction industry in particular, who are suffering from major skill shortages and are facing a rebuild in Christchurch with no people to do it. It has been welcomed across the board because this is a good idea. And we do have to spend money in this area, but it is an investment. It is an investment in our future, and it's an investment in our young people. And every parent and grandparent, every decent thinking New Zealander wants that sort of investment in something like an apprenticeship, which provides a really effective form of learning. It has stood the test of time. It is a process whereby those who have skills impart those skills to our young people in a workplace context. It is about giving young people a future. And I've spoken to principals who've talked about the difference that getting a young person who's at risk of disengaging from school on an apprenticeship, and the difference that that makes to their whole life course, because it gives them a whole range of opportunities. It gives them hope and it gives them pride, because they are doing something that they can see, something that makes a difference in our economy, because we do have massive skill gaps. A person who does an apprenticeship has a range of opportunities. They can continue doing that work as an employee. They can establish their own business in that area. They can go overseas with a recognisable qualification that will be well rewarded. They can build a good future for themselves and their family. And more apprenticeships is important to plug the very real skill gaps we have in our country. We have lost so many skilled New Zealanders to Australia. Even the Prime Minister of Australia sees this as part of their skills strategy. That is, we have a problem, and the government is failing to address that problem. And of course, the apprenticeship model has the other great feature, which is that the young person is earning and learning at the same time. So I can tell you that on the streets of Maungakea, when I've been talking to about this package, people believe this is a good idea, an idea that's time has come.
Jamie Lee Ross. Mr Speaker, I comment